Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Raquah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to your brothers out there on the highways and byways that's doing this work diligently, faithfully, and sincerely. That's noising this word abroad, all around the world. This is the brother Ibadia from GMS Boston. And I want to get into this book. I want to get into this title. It's called "You Chose to Ignore the Warnings of the Most High." You chose to ignore the warnings of the Most High. Now, the way the Most High warns his people is by sending his servants, the prophets, out to warn the people, the watchmen, to warn the people that an upcoming disaster and an upcoming destruction is coming upon a wicked kingdom that fails to obey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So, and most importantly, in the ancient times, you will have a watchman that's that stands on the high tower, and when he sees an enemy and an approaching danger coming, he sounds that trumpet. He blows that trumpet. And most importantly, this warning is going out to our people, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American and Seminole Indians that make up the House of Israel. Where we're warning you, to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, and come back to your true identity, before the Lord, before that destruction comes, But, sadly, many of our people are not going to hearken unto, this warning, unto the brothers that are out there on the highways and byways that's warning noise abroad, all around the world and all over the country. You're not going to hearken. So I want to get into the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 9. It says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." How is the Lord telling us of them? Through his servants, the prophets. We're out there telling and warning the people that an upcoming destruction is coming. You got the RFID microchip, aka the mark of the beast, which is known in the scriptures. You got the wars and rumors of wars. You got the famines. The concentration camps. And all out, chaos. That's about to come to this place. Here it is. It's 2018. You'll figure, our people would, hearken, and try to take heed to what we're saying. There's no excuse, but yet they're still caught up in their folly, caught up with their fucking smoking their weed and, going out there, partying and, doing all sorts of wickedness, They just caught up in that wickedness in there, and before you know it, that destruction is going to come and sweep them all away. And let me get into the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words out of my mouth, and give them warning for me." That's what we're doing. We're giving warning from you, from the Most High, that an upcoming destruction is about to hit this place. Verse 18, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou giveth him not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked ways, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand." You know what I mean? Now, if we don't go out there and warn you, as we're prescribed to do as men of the Lord, as prophets of the Most High, and we refuse to warn you and to let you know that an upcoming destruction is coming, you know what I mean? And you die in you're in iniquity, that blood is going to be upon our hands, you know what I mean? So that's why we're out there constantly, week after week, year after year, month after month, constantly warning you and warning you and warning you that this destruction is coming, is at hand. So we don't want we don't want our blood to be found upon your hands when the day of the Lord comes, when he comes to require. And verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked ways, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. We're trying to deliver our souls, when we're out there, prophesying the downfall of America, prophesying, that the Lord is coming back and he's coming to deliver, his people, the elect men of his people. We're trying to deliver thy souls, from destruction. And quite sadly, y'all not taking heed, and and when this comes to pass, you're gonna know that we've been out there warning you and telling you that these upcoming events is about to come and hit this place, without warning. But yet, y'all want to laugh, and y'all want to giggle, and y'all want to snickle at us. But yet, you know what I mean, the joke is going to be upon you when the day of the Lord comes, when the day of destruction comes, because you didn't take heed to what we were telling you. Been telling you for years. The apostles of Great Millstone, they've been out there for many years, warning that this destruction is coming up upon this place. And you can see it right before your eyes. You got the nation, you got this nuclear arms race, you got North Korea testing their missiles, you got Iran, developing their missiles, you got Russia testing their missiles, you just got all these nations are gearing up for war, and they're gearing up and they're getting ready, and they're not going to use these nuclear missiles. They're not going to have these nuclear missiles just to sit there to be hot, on standby. These missiles are going to be used according to thus saith the Lord. These missiles will be used, and they will hit their target, which is America. And let me get into the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. And it says, well, let me start at 20. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. Where we're located in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gate and of the city. She uttereth her voice. The chief place of concourse with, is these major shopping malls, these major shopping districts. The right near, the chief place of concourse, which is that State House. That's where the major shopping centers and major districts are. You know what I mean? Downtown. She uttered her voice in the streets, and in the openings of the gates she uttered her voice, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in our scornings, and fools hate knowledge, which is going towards our people. They're fools because they refuse to hearken and to listen to the warnings of the Most High that we're giving them. Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make my words known. And I will make known my words unto you. And how will we make the Most High's words unknown unto our people? By going into the scriptures, you know what I mean? By flipping these pages of the Bible, which is the word of the Most High, you know. That's how we're making, you know, the words unto our people. Verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, and I have stretched out my hand and no man regardeth. But ye have not sat at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. You know, we're trying to reprove you, we're trying to tell you to get right, you know what I mean? Turn from your wicked ways and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, but you're refusing, and you're not listening. And it says here, I will also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mark when your fear cometh. You know, what is that fear? That martial law, you know, these Gurgur troops, you know, these EU nations that are over here, you know what I mean, that's waiting for that green light to come wreak havoc on you so-called Western, you know, you so-called Negroes, you know what I mean? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native, and Seminole Indians, you know what I mean? That's what it means when it says, I will mark when your fear cometh, which is them Gurgur troops and them new UN troops that are just waiting, you know. They're already here, actually, matter of fact. They just waiting for that green light, you know, so they can wreak havoc on you so-called, on you niggas and spicks, you wetbacks out there. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You know what I mean? And the way to call upon the Most High is when you utter His name, when you say the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which we're teaching that name out there. But you're gonna call upon the name Jesus, 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 but He ain't gonna hear you because that's not His name. And God, Jesus, God, and Jesus. But you know, those are Greek titles. You know what I mean? And He's not gonna hear you. Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof. Yeah, how they despise, and they're saying, oh, that's not gonna happen, you know. And you got some of them that will say, oh yeah, we believe that it's gonna happen, but that's gonna happen like hundreds of years from now, or 80 years from now. It's not gonna happen in my lifetime. That's what they say. You know what I mean? Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own ways, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of the evil, you know. And that's the elect men, you know, that are actually going to hearken, that are going to come, that are going to listen, and that they're going to hearken, and they're going to dwell safely, because we're going to have that hedge around us, you know. The Most High is going to put that hedge around His men, you know, to shield them from this destruction that's about to hit this place, you know. Let me hit another precept. I'm going to go into the book of Luke, the 17th chapter. Okay, this is the book of Luke 17 and 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, and they they were given into marriage until the day that that Noah entered into the ark. And the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, did they eat, they drink, they brought, they sold, they planted, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the days when the Son of Man when the Son of Man is revealed. Yeah, it should be like when Yahweh Shai comes, y'all gonna be doing the same thing. What y'all doing it now? Y'all eating, y'all giving it to marriage. Y'all doing y'all wickedness, y'all smoking. Getting high, committing adultery. Stealing. Robbing, raping. Selling crack, selling weed. That's what y'all doing. Our women being thoughts and whores. And y'all not having a care in the world. Y'all don't think that this place is gonna be touched. You don't think that America's gonna be touched. But I'm also about to touch this place in the hard way. In a way, what I'm saying, in a way which you cannot describe, you know what I mean? That you ain't gonna be able to comprehend, that the more. That's how this place is gonna be touched. You know what I mean? It's gonna be touched in a way you cannot understand or comprehend. So, we're coming real close. We're just, we've been warning for years about this, We keep saying we're just this close, you know what I mean? There's not much time left, If we said it, back, 11 years, and Apostle said this back many, many years ago, how much more now, How much more time do you have, committing your wickedness, being in your wickedness? How much more time you have, Not that much, You'll be surprised, Because we're just, we've been saying this for many, many, many years, So, and it's about to come to pass. And before you know it, you're not going to know what's going to hit you, You're not going to know what hits you when it does come. And I want to leave you with this, you know what I mean? Let me go to the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. It says, Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33, Salakia. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. You know what I mean? And that's how you're going to know that a prophet's been among you, when this actually comes to pass. You know what I mean? When everything that we've been saying comes to pass and you see it unfold right before your very eyes. That's when you're going to know that a prophet has been among you. And I'm just going to leave you with this precept right here, this last precept. And with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raquah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to your brothers out there on the highways and byways that's noising in this world abroad. We want to give up. And this has been another edition of GMS Tell Like It Is. And we'll see you in the next lesson. Shalom.